We like to know what's brewing in the biosphere. Today we get to talk with Rebecca Hurwitz, the Executive Director, and Michelle Hall, Campaign and Donor Relations Lead, as we do. Hello, my friends.
Hello.
And the mics work. Yay.
Happy New Year.
I know what it, yeah, Happy New Year. I've been talking to people about, you should say it all through January, maybe.
Yeah.
Or just wait till the 5th. Then you're done. What are the rules?
Embrace the new year.
Embrace the new year. I'm going to turn.
all the way through.
Yeah, I think so, right?
Yeah.
And it's a nice blessing to give someone. Like all the best in this next coming year.
Absolutely.
Are you a person that also says things like Happy Monday or Happy Friday?
I sure am.
Yeah, it's good.
Happy this very moment, which is all we have.
Happy this moment.
I'm that cosmic. Crazy. Lots to talk about. How were your holidays? Nice? Did you take a holiday? Did you go anywhere? Did you go ski?
I definitely took a holiday. The CBT office closes between Christmas and New Year, so it's
Yeah.
nice to have that reset and lots of rest, lots of family time, and a few short walks on the beach because the weather wasn't super conducive.
No, it was really kind of not like now. Like now it's sunny
Absolutely.
and clear and brisk and beautiful. It's even surfy.
Seeing people out there. We chilled as well over the holidays, and it's just a reminder that we have the beach over the road and all this fantastic like nature and ocean and forests. And we did go away in November, but I came home with extreme gratitude thinking, why do we leave?
Yeah.
We leave for a bit of warmth, but I think on days like today, you have to go, oh, it's sunny. Let's go outside and appreciate where we are and get a bit warm.
Appreciation and gratitude
Yeah.
will lead us into our next conversation.
Oh, yes.
Which is awesome. So let's talk about the Giving campaign.
Yeah, the holiday giving campaign. You had Sabrina from Pack Sands on in December to talk about the campaign. And to remind the folks who don't know what the holiday giving campaign is, it's an online crowdfunding campaign. So it's a one-stop shop for folks who want to make donations to local charities. And CBT are the host on our website, on our giving page. And it's really cool because when you're a donor, you get to go on the page and you might have had it in your mind to just donate to the Care Network or the hospice, and you're like, oh wow, there's like lots of other organizations that I can give to and learn from as well. So this year we had 23 charities participate, and the game changer was that Pack Sands came on as a matching donor and said that they would match donations up to $10,000. So it really kickstarted our campaign. And I have to tell you, after we were on the radio in December, like the donations went up like drastically from like 4K and just continued to rise. And we had a really great year. I think it's the biggest year so far. On top of Pack, before I announce the amount, I'm building it up. We also had the Tahitian who have our CBT tip tap. So the tip tap is like a passive little tool. Like when you buy a coffee, you tap your credit card and it donates $5. And they've been so sweet in hosting that tip tap for us all year round. So that collected funds.
Do you need more places for that? Would it be helpful if more places had a CBT tip tap?
I mean, yeah.
It's just fun to say.
Yeah, tip tap is good. Like it's really easy to donate. Like it's so passive. Like coffee shops really work because people have their credit card out. It's $5-ish for a coffee, and you're like, okay, I'll buy another coffee, I guess, and give back.
That's great.
So we love the tip tap. If you are interested in hosting the tip tap, get in touch.
You've
got to be high traffic.
You should just have one like on your name tag, so people can just tip tap you as you're walking around the street.
The back would be better.
The
front would be a bit dodgy.
Fair enough. Good thinking.
Yeah, so we started this in 2020, already said that. So, this year we raised in total an amount of $37,476.
Wow.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's a really big number, and we're really excited because we had 56 donors who made a total of 94 donations. So the stats showed us that the majority of donors made like up to 3 donations. So it really supports the idea that together we're stronger. We're lifting everybody up by being part of the holiday giving campaign. Folks can, really share the love.
Now, did Pacific Sands match all of that?
They matched up to $10,000.
I see that.
Yeah, and so that's shared proportionally then
Right.
between, how much each organization made. So on Friday, we had all the organizations come over to CBT for a little check giving party, and
Nice.
it was just so lovely. And it's just a reminder of all of the great folks in the community who are doing all this credible work and, all these vital missions that they're providing the community.
So that program for last year's over. Is it already up and running again? Or when will you begin again?
Yes, we launched the Giving campaign on Just Giving Tuesday. So last year it was December 2nd. So it'll be around the same time this year. I'm glad you asked because guess what? We're looking for more matching donors.
Oh, nice.
Pacific Sands are going to help us raise the bar. So I'm really stoked to partner with them again and see if there's another matching donor out there who wants to help increase those dollars. The total amount raised since 2020 is $178,786. Wow. That's in 4 years.
How many recipients? Did you say 56 different?
This year, the recipients were 23 different charities in the
Right.
region. So there's more charities than 23. So if you do want to sign up to be part of the campaign, get in touch with CBT. You can be part of it when you're a charity. But we had 56 donors, make a total of 94 different donations.
Do those people that are the charities, do they need to apply or do you just choose them?
They just have to be a charity. They can drop us an email and we'll add them to the list. And some folks like to do their own fundraising, but other folks don't really have the resources or just, understand that together we're stronger because CBT do all of the grunt work. We do all of the admin. We don't charge any fee. We send all the tax receipts. We do all the thank yous. We come on the radio. We pump it up. We do it all. So it really is, just to help those charities raise more funds for their organizations.
Did I hear you say that local radio works? Was that one of the things that
local radio works? As I said, when we came on the radio in December, the donations jumped from 4K to 12K in a couple of days.
I'm very happy to hear that.
It was great.
Yeah. So the hope is to get more matching donors, and we have all season basically to continue to talk about this and encourage people because it'll be December 2nd.
I'm not sure the exact date, but it'll be Just Giving Tuesday. So it'll be around the beginning of December, late November. And then we have the Tip Tap, which is currently in the Tafetian, and that will collect funds all year and that will go towards the campaign too.
That's great. Congratulations.
Thanks.
That's out of the many things you do, which are generally very successful. I think this is great.
It is great.
It gets everyone involved.
It does.
Yeah.
And it was really great to see all of the different organizations share their campaign on their own social media and lift other people up, not just about themselves. It was lifting everybody up. So it felt really good, really wholesome.
I think that's a key maneuver especially for your organization. And I think you do that a lot. So I'm grateful. And on that note, what are you excited about this year? How are you going to lift everybody up this year? What's coming down the CBT pipe?
Yeah, absolutely, Cam. It's the 25th anniversary of the Clayoquot Biosphere Trust this year.
25.
Yeah, 25, but more importantly, 25 years of the UNESCO Biosphere designation in the region.
Can we tell people what that is? Just maybe somebody just moved here, maybe they don't even know what that is.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's just the thing. A lot has changed over 25 years. A lot of folks have moved here. There's lots of folks who are really involved in the initial designation. But for those folks who are newer to the region, our region was recognized as a UNESCO Biosphere in 2000. And that's really was the response of local folks coming together to identify the UNESCO Biosphere program as being aligned with local values. So conservation, sustainable development, reconciliation, those are all focuses of UNESCO Biospheres across Canada and internationally. And so we made an application to UNESCO to become a part of this program, and it brings us to be a part of a network. There's 19 in Canada, over 700 worldwide. And so it gives us a tool for learning from other biospheres and showcasing what we're doing. And I think speaks to our values and setting that goal of continuing to work towards those values.
How are you going to celebrate that?
Yeah, we're going to start by celebrating that in an event with Tourism Tofino and the Chamber of Commerce on February 5th. So really looking at the history of the Biosphere designation and talking to tourism businesses about how they can operate in a way that is aligned with those values. And then throughout the year, we've got a few other ideas percolating for sure. We love bringing people together and bringing community together. So that's our hope, is to have this opportunity to really lift everyone up and celebrate what it means to be a part of a biosphere.
That's great. What is the oldest one in Canada? You said there were 17?
Yeah, Mont Saint-Hilaire, just outside of Montreal, I think had their 50th anniversary last year. It was one of the initial, the program is just over 50 years old. So one of the first sort of...
What would you say the effects have been of that designation for our community?
Well, to me, it's about those values and having conversations and projects and programs and goals that are aligned with conservation and sustainable development and reconciliation.
And keeping that education rolling, right? And
Absolutely.
Getting people
and
involved.
I think bringing people together. The CBT was born out of the Central Region Board, which was a land management board that brought together the 5 nations, the municipalities, and the regional district with the province to make decisions about land management.
Right.
And they identified biosphere designation as being a well aligned with the vision for this region. The CRB doesn't exist anymore, and so the Clayoquot Biosphere Trust Board is one of the places that all of those nations and communities can come together to have a conversation about what's important to them, to support projects and programs and education that is aligned with those values, and move forward as a region.
What if someone's listening right now and they're excited and they're hearing this and they maybe didn't know about it, but they want to get involved? Are there volunteer positions? Do you need any help?
Yeah, absolutely.
What can people do?
We just had a few new appointments to our board, which is exciting. And I know the District of Ucluelet is just about to make a new appointment. So each nation and community appoints members to our board. But our biggest volunteer opportunities are with the grant committees. So each of our grant streams has an advisory committee. And it's the right time to put your name forward, express interest, because granting season is coming up fast and furious.
When will it begin? When will the excitement begin?
We are going to open, drum roll, grants will open on Thursday this week.
This week?
This week.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
and can we talk about that for a sec?
Well, we could say watch CBT Communications. We're going to come back in February and talk all about granting.
Right.
But
I can calm down now if I know you're coming
newsletter, back. Watch our social media for more information.
And
sure.
This is to me, it's a big deal as a community member because I see the benefits and I hear, I talk to lots of people, right? So I hear how much it's benefited them or how much it encouraged some kids to take a class that somebody wanted to offer. Yeah. Or there was a time when a lot of block parties kind of happened for community engagement, and there's been other education things. And I just think it's a wonderful community endeavor that you've done.
I agree.
Yeah.
We're ever grateful to the Government of Canada for the Canada Fund, and so that's one of CBT's big roles is to manage that fund, and so we invest it and then use the revenue from that fund to support grants and programs in the region. So since the beginning of CBT, we've granted over $4.5 million to other local organizations and research.
And does that fund grow? Does the government grow that fund, or do you have to do it like you have to work on the interest?
The CBT grows.
You grow
fund,
it.
I would say it's we are obligated to keep it up with the cost of inflation,
right?
And so that's around $19 million right now. So
right. Well, that leads me to my next conversation because is there anything else we need to know about that?
No, stay tuned for more opportunities to celebrate the biosphere designation in the year to come.
For sure, stay tuned. Always stay tuned. The Clayoquot Sound Biosphere Trust Centre project is coming.
It's coming.
It's more than coming.
And it will be the first biosphere centre in a UNESCO designated region. So that's a good segue.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one. Should I remind people what the Biosphere Centre is?
I would love it.
Okay.
We can't assume that someone's not tuning in for the first time.
CBT is building a Biosphere Centre, which is essentially a knowledge hub and a gathering place for folks to come and learn and do research and maybe take a workshop. It'll have an elders room, a collaborative working space, a library, archives, a teaching kitchen, a workshop room. It's over 3 floors. It's on the top of Olsen Road. The land's been rezoned and we've had over 80 letters of support, and we are currently in construction documentation phase. So we have been working really hard to get to this point. And if you want an idea of what the construction documentation phase, I might need Rebecca's help a little bit. But basically it means that your schematic designs are formulated and your design development has become really detailed and more accurate. You're going to move from a Class B budget to a Class A, and things like building permits happen in that phase. So we are hoping, did I miss anything out?
No, that's great. That's a great summary. I think to me, the way that I describe it is we're creating the blueprints for the building. So all of the design work is done, and now it's into those details of the blueprints, the systems that will the whole building, so that then we can go apply for a building permit and also go to procurement. We have the detailed specs to be able to show construction companies and other trades and say, here's what we're building.
Do you have to go through the formal process? Do you have to get 3 quotes for everything? Is there a rule that you have from your board or from the government that you need
for
to...
CBT, and also because we're have been successful in the federal support, which is amazing. The Green and Inclusive Community Building grant of $7.2 million comes with a responsibility for all of the opportunities to be publicly posted.
Do you work as a team on this project, or is there one project head for this building who kind of, is it you?
Oh, it is a team. Absolutely.
It's a team.
And aside from the staff locally, we also have a project manager, Bob Prenovo, who's been working with CBT for many years, and he brings a background in social enterprise and real estate development.
Right.
So he's got lots of capital project experience. And then the architects are also a big part of the project and leading all of the trades and the engineers.
And when will you put it out to tender for trades to put their bids in? And when do you stick a golden shovel in the ground? And
we're going to get there now, and we're going to talk about that next.
All right, I'm jumping ahead. I'm so excited.
It's okay. I'm excited too.
Yeah.
I can't believe we got this far already.
Yeah.
We're hoping that this phase will be completed by April, and we're funding dependent.
Yeah.
So if we are successful with our funding, then the goal is to get the shovel in the ground by May.
Wow.
So let me update you on funds, because this
Please.
is the exciting bit. Everyone always wants to know about the cash, the money, what's happening. We had 3 big, huge boosts in the last quarter to the campaign. You probably saw it in the news. We had $300,000 donated from joint donation from the Ukulele Co-op. Yes.
Wow.
And the Federated Co-op Limited. So they celebrated that with us in December, which is so awesome. Really grateful to have that local support. They're directly supporting the teaching kitchen aspect. So it'll be the co-op community teaching kitchen. I'm really excited about that.
That's great.
Kitchen's going to be a huge asset. We also had a $200,000 grant from a corporation towards construction. That's yet to be announced, so I can't disclose who that is.
Okay.
But then recently, this is the big one. Some kind of drum roll or fantastic. Yeah, okay. We got $1 million from a private charitable foundation who are aligned with CBT's values and mission, and it brings us to a total of $11.1 million raised so far. So we are just thrilled, excited. This is happening. Momentum builds momentum. The project's happening. We need more donors to get us over the finish line now. And if this doesn't give you confidence, then I'm not sure what can, because this is incredible news.
What? Say it again. Where are the millions from?
This is a lot of millions.
A child book? What? I didn't hear what you said.
Charitable.
Is it my accent again?
No, I love your accent. We're talking about funds.
Funds.
You know I love it.
We got an astounding $1 million from a private charitable foundation.
Oh, wow.
Are we allowed to talk about who they are? They're called the Roberg Foundation, and they're doing great work, and they really aligned with CBT's values and mission. They love the idea of the Biosphere Centre, bringing all of our communities together in a safe, culturally safe gathering space for climate change, for education and research. And we're just so stoked to have their support.
So are you just sitting at work one day and your phone rings and it's someone who just says, I love what you're doing. I got $1 million.
No, I'm in a sweatshop writing grants like every day saying, please give us money. No, just kidding.
With Rebecca with a stick behind you, just whacking
Rebecca's
you.
like, get the money.
You sit up straight.
Stop. It's really cool actually, because we were given the name of this foundation as someone doing really great work and working with organizations like CBT, and we reached out to them, and their program coordinator already had a really long-standing relationship with CBT from a different foundation they worked at, and they already knew of CBT's great work, and CBT already had the credibility to make this proposal an easy ask for them to say yes to.
And how much more do you need?
So
how many more millions?
We're still looking for $5 million.
Let's get that done.
Give
today?
us it now.
The radio works.
We're working with the province, and we're also working with private donors and foundations still to secure the remaining funds.
Do you have to have the remaining funds prior to putting the shovel in the ground?
I'll pass that to Rebecca.
Not necessarily 100%, but we want to have the confidence that we're going to be able to raise that money.
Right.
And once construction starts, there's no stopping from there. So
Yeah.
we want to be,
What's
full
the
steam
time
ahead.
frame before we are all coming in to go into the glue up kitchen?
It'll be an 18-month build.
Okay.
And so if we're able to get shovels in the ground in spring of this year or very early summer of this year, then we could be done towards the end of 2026 or early 2027.
It's exciting.
It is really exciting.
It's an interesting thing to have a vision for so many years in a row and sustain it and keep the energy and keep your excitement and way to go.
Absolutely. I mean, I'll be honest, it was a daunting project to me when it was first really articulated by the board.
Well, 5 years ago, more?
More than that.
More
In
than that.
2008, the
Wow.
board first said we'd like to have a biosphere center, and it took us several years to start to figure out what that meant. And then once we had a vision and we had started to get feedback from other organizations and communities about the need to have a public space for meeting and for programs and for education, then I think the momentum grew from there.
It's great. Do you currently own the building that you're in, or do you just lease that?
No, definitely not. We've been tenants there for more than 10 years. And so that's part of the vision really is to stop paying rent and instead be owning and operating a center that can have that public benefit.
Money in instead of money out.
But guess what? We need people to build the center. So that's our segue to the next event we want to share.
Yeah. Thanks for helping me do my thing. It makes it way better for me.
Yeah, absolutely. We are hosting a trade fair on February 6th. So we've been working with a construction company called Nycoon, who are from North Vancouver, originally from Haida Gwaii, and they have a lot of expertise in mass timber construction and as well in like building modeling. So they've just been looking at the plans for the building and helping to flesh out the build process and all of the different procurement needs that we'll have. And they're going to come out on February 6th, and we'll have an open house at the office to invite the construction
and
industry.
the intention is people who are builders, whatever, will come. They'll speak to you. They'll take a plan away so they can look at what it is that they need to do so they can do their specifics, get the numbers.
Yep.
Absolutely. They'll come in and they'll learn about, be able to see the blueprints for the building, see the design, learn about the different components and figure out how they can help to be a part of this project. We want as much local benefit as possible.
Right.
We're really interested in the social benefit as well as the environmental, like reducing environmental impact of the build.
Right.
And so that's what we want to talk about.
And who are you inviting? So electricians, painters, drywallers, wood
Absolutely.
workers,
All of
carpenters,
the
everybody.
trades,
Yeah.
folks who have accommodation who might have that be available to folks who are working in construction, folks who see the need and opportunity for training in all of those areas. And
Right.
perhaps we can incorporate some of that training into the building process.
Okay. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
And what are the hours? We'll let people know again.
Yeah, absolutely.
But so people can expect to come down and
10
visit
till
you.
11:30 on
Okay.
February 6th.
Will people be able to have a coffee?
Absolutely. Coffee. There will be some snacks. Come chat it up.
I'm just
with
saying,
the
you got to put it out there.
CBTQ team and the Nycoon team.
Yeah, and get to know the people that you may be working with for
Yeah.
an extended period of time.
Absolutely. It's a great chance to have be a part of something that will have a legacy in this region.
So Nycoon?
Nycoon. Yep.
So they're going to be the general?
No,
Or
we
you don't
haven't
even know that
selected
yet?
No, we haven't selected anyone to be the general contractor
Okay.
at this stage. We've been working with Nycoon on pre-construction services.
Okay.
So this building modeling, looking at procurement, all sorts of just getting us ready.
In your office, do you have a tiny little version of this?
We do
Like
not
a-
have a tiny
a
little
building
version.
model?
We have some
That would be
great
cute.
Yes.
diagrams of the
How are
Biosphere
people even
Centre.
gonna fit
We
in
do-
here?
do not have a model. We have computer models of the project now.
Okay.
And yeah.
Probably that's more efficient, but I've always wanted one of those little tiny little houses.
You know what we do have actually? We have a fly-through. So on our website, they have
Again, thanks.
Yeah. What?
Just thanks for helping me be better at my job.
Oh.
I would have got there eventually,
Here
but
to share.
We have a
Yeah.
fly-through. Yeah, if you go to our website and we have a whole page on the Biosphere Centre and you'll see a little video and it's like someone flying a little drone through the building and you get to see the space and yeah, it's pretty cool.
yeah.
I know you're a man of many talents, but aren't you also like really good at painting. Are you going to come to Trades Fair?
Well,
You're too busy.
My whole vision with Tuff City Radio was to kind of retire from that part of my life. But I do it for friends, and I do it for people who ask me.
Right.
And I do it for wonderful causes that lift everybody up.
The Biosphere Centre.
Yeah. Plus, I always love to come for a snack and a coffee.
You're on the radar.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's really what I like to do.
But at least share the events. That would be great.
Of course I will. I think this is a great project. I'm very excited for all the good stuff coming down the pipe for you. I'm very excited about the results of the Giving campaign.
Thank you. Thanks for help.
I think I know there are people out there now that probably are listening. They'll think, yeah, and they've got some time to sit on it. And I could be wrong, but imagine if you make money in your business, sometimes you do need to give some away for tax benefits. So there's benefits on all ends of the giving.
Absolutely.
For everybody if you're smart about how you run your business. So
yeah.
Anything else we need to talk about? This is very exciting.
Just witnessing that there's so many good things that are happening in the community, in the Biosphere Centre, I really see as a place that brings all of those great things together. And whether you're an organization looking for a desk to work out of, or you've got a project that you need to rent a space for, and yeah, I'm really excited for the Biosphere Centre and everybody who's worked on it to make it happen so far.
Way to go. Way to go with all the efforts. Thank you for coming in and making time. Michelle Hall and Rebecca Hurwitz. What's brewing in the Biosphere? You heard it. What's going on?